Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally like to talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video we're going to be talking about another social deduction game. We're going to be talking about Coup. Funnily enough, this has got nothing to do with pigeons, but in this game you'll be trying to influence courtly advisors that will give you special actions. You'll be trying to eliminate your opponents in a game of bluffing and intrigue in an attempt to win the game. So in this video we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Coup is still worth your time and bother. Can't be that old, can it? Holy shit, 2012, 10 years after its first release. So remember, if you knew it, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. Hit the like button, all that YouTube bullshit. See ya after this. Bollocks. So, Coup, how'd you play this game? So Coup is a card-based social deduction game. You're going to shuffle the deck of cards and you will deal each player 2 cards. You'll be able to look at them, but you've got to keep them secret, right? Each player will get 2 coins. You'll be using coins to take different actions, yeah? On your turn, you will be able to take an action. You don't have to tell the truth when you take an action. You can lie out of your disingenuous arse. So the first action you can take is just take income. You can take a coin. This doesn't give you any kind of counter action, so you're just going to take the money, right? Next thing you could do is you could take foreign aid. You take 2 coins. Someone can claim that they are the Duke, in which case they can block you. One of the main aspects of this game is being able to challenge somebody. So if somebody did claim they were the Duke, anybody else can say, I think you're a bullshitting bastard. Then the player who's being accused would have to prove that they were the Duke, right? If they're not the Duke, then they will lose 1 influence, right? If you lose both influence, then you are eliminated from the game. Losing an influence means you will select and turn a card face up and you will lose the ability of that card, right? If they actually are the Duke, then the player who accused them will lose an influence, and then the player with the Duke will have to shuffle the Duke back into the deck and draw a new card, right? So the next action you could do is you can take the Coup action, right? You'll have to spend 7 coins. This will allow you to choose a player to lose an influence. There's nothing you can do about this. Don't let those greedy bastards hoard all that wonga, right? So the first character action you could do, the Duke, you can tax. This means that you can take 3 coins from the bank. Next action you could do is you can take the assassin's action. They can elect to assassinate a player. If somebody claims to have the Contessa and they're not challenged, or they've actually got the Contessa, then they can block an assassination. So if you want to claim you've got the ambassador, you'll be able to draw 2 cards from the deck. You'll select one and then swap one of your existing cards with that card, right? The captain can steal 2 coins from a player, right? The ambassador and another captain can block the theft of your hard-earned money, and the Contessa does nothing, blocks an assassination, right? You'll keep accusing each other of being lying pieces of shit until all other players bar 1 has been eliminated, and the last player standing will be the winner of Coup. So what do we like about Coup? So the first thing that we really like about Coup is the fact the game has stripped back and streamlined rules. There's no convoluted, in-depth method to playing this game. You're going to take one of the available actions and then someone's either going to challenge you or they are not. So this is one of the easiest social deduction bluffing games that you can get, and we really like that about this game. So the second thing that we really like about this game is it feels like it was play tested to death. It feels like they've taken all the different roles and they have mixed and matched and seen all the different nuances of how they slot together and ironed out all of the creases, right? More or less for every action there is a reaction, unless you're taking some of the basic actions, of course. And it just feels as if it is a cohesive, coherent, and all the different options have been explored in depth, right? So the next thing that we really like about this game is that bluffing is mandatory. In every game of this that you play, there will be a requirement to lie out of your arse, right? You can't sit there and say in your head, the cards I've got in front of me, I can't win this game. You're going to have to try and convince the other players that you're lying, right? And the stakes in this game are really high. The fact that you've only got 2 cards in play at any one time, there's only 2 lives in this. The other players are going to be thinking, is it worth me risking one of my influence to put you out of the game? So the fact that bluffing is mandatory, you are definitely going to have to bluff and lie in this game, is super. So what don't we like about Coup? So the first thing that we don't like about Coup is this game really only works if you've got the right people at the table, right? The fact that bluffing is mandatory is a good thing, but if you're playing with people that don't like lying, that don't like bluffing, that don't like trying to convince other people that they're not a bullshitter, then this game can sometimes be a little bit awkward. We've played this on many occasions, and there's been some instances where certain players have looked at their cards and they're like, well, I can't win the game, but what can I do? The other players can sense that they can't win, right? So whilst the rule set is a piece of piss to learn, it is kind of tricky to get the grips with the fact that you constantly having to adjust your strategy based on what the other players do. So the final thing that we don't like about Coup, and this is our copy, I don't know if other copies or more recent copies or earlier copies or whatever have the same issue, but the card backs for this and the promo cards that were included in our original game and the Coup Restoration expansion are different, right? When you're talking about hidden roles, you really don't want the card backs to be bloody different, do you? We know that inks change and manufacturing processes change, but even so, the fact that you can't play with the Coup expansion with the core set that we've got is a real pain in the arse, right? So yeah, we hate this. We had the same with the Ladies of Troyes and the core set. We had the original printing, and then we got the second printing or a subsequent printing of Ladies of Troyes, and the card backs were different, and it meant it was sort of basically unplayable, right? So we always hate the fact that card backs can be different, and that is the case with this piece of shit, isn't it, really? So to summarise, is Coup worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we are going to say, yes, this is an excellent social deduction game that benefits from the well-implemented timer of the Coup action. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to have to try and stop people from getting 7 coins, but that is not always going to be the case. The game will end very, very quickly on most occasions. So yeah, Coup, it's simple, it's straightforward, and it delivers a strategic bluffing and deception experience that's both fun and strangely frustrating at the same time, yeah. So there you go, that is Coup. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. Hit the like button, all that YouTube bullshit. See you next time.